The sands of time ravage all. Mortals, monuments, even civilizations cannot stand against it. Their remnants lost beneath the dunes, awaiting discovery by the brave or foolish.
What's that? Shh. I can hear something. Come here, quiet.
Welcome back, one and all, for a very hard campaign highlights run through with Jordan as Arkhan the Black. Welcome back, guys, and that is absolutely correct. My favourite follower of Nagash is going to be my highlight feature of the Rise of the Tomb Kings DLC that we'll be looking at today, as I show you how to do a quick early swoop to grab your first province and buff to get an extra army stack right off the bat. So instead of having 3, you'll have 4, hopefully by the very early, just going into mid-game, with this man, Arkhan the Black. So let's get straight into it. I can tell you that we're going to jump into about turn 5. I've already went out and hit the first Knights of the Flame gimme army quite quickly. I haven't done any recruitment, and as we can see, I've won quite convincingly. It's cool. And here we're just going to go for the Endless March, just to get ourselves back through, get some money on the go. We get an early choice come through, which is a choice of servants. And we are going to call up the Necrotect. I would go Tomb Prince, but we actually start with 1 as Arkhan the Black, so then you'll be adding 1 to something you already have nil of. And if we quickly look at the books in Nagash, we do have 1 over the road, or over the river, I should say, that we could go and get. However, really, we want to be looking at this one next to us. This is going to be our focus of this campaign. Vulture Mountain, the 5th book of Nagash, and that gives us an extra +1 army capacity. Armies are free for the Tomb Kings, so as we go and smash into Sorcerer's Island here and just absolutely crush this garrison, this is going to be vital for us, because if our armies are free and we have to wait 15 to 20 turns per 1 army as we research dynasties, then getting a +1 to make us 4 early on could be massive. So this is going to be how to kind of take down that first gimme army, take down that first province, complete those requests, and get your extra army and that second book in the cache, because Arkhan starts with 1, so you're already going to be at 2 out of 5 before you even take on more than 2 factions. Let's go. So straight away here, we're going to go for the Flock of Da, because why not? Excellent carrion, they get a firebomb ability, so we're going to wake them up and we're going to put them straight into the army. We're going to move around and, here is a big mistake actually. The Beastmen herd will wander through. They will raid, but they will not attack settlements. I make the mistake of coming off Sorcerer's Island and giving chase. I quickly then think it's a great idea to add a 2nd level settlement to the Sorcerer's Island, rather than just waiting to go for my 3rd level on my capital. Then I get duked, and the Knights of the Flame just sail right past me and go to retake the island I just took off of them. So now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Their other garrison force goes towards Vulture Mountain for some reason, and I'm left kind of stuck. The Beastmen then retreat. I've massively screwed up quite early on here. I go back to Sorcerer's Island to tackle the boats that are now coming in. Garrison up, ready to take on the attack, thinking they will commit. But wait, no they don't. They actually back off again, so then I have to loop around again. The Beastmen run away again, and we skip to here where I take a close victory, taking down their city. Finally, I take Leshik, and I'm going to occupy it and just get that off the cards. Great. As we can see, they duke me again, and this time, because I've committed to Leshik, they go to mine. But wait, they actually sail completely away out to sea. I think it's fine, and as we have already said, I'm going for the 5th book in Nagash, so I'm going to commit to Vulture Mountain. Now here, if we have a look at the garrison, it's spawning a Thane, Longbeards, Quarrelers, Thunderers, and Miners, and that's a level 3 stronghold already, because they didn't waste time like I did, and they've built walls, max level walls that fire bullets, and give them an additional grudge thrower, and more warriors, and more great weapons. This is going to be hard to commit to. I do commit to it, I get my siege towers going, I'm going to need at least 2 turns, and their garrison is the same as a full stack. In the meanwhile, I've been double bluffed, and the Knights of the Flame have come back from being out at sea. In fact, they commit to attacking me, and look, my garrison is puny, even as level 2. I get decisively beaten. I also resolve it because what's the point? I get a small chance here to actually use the buried or not. The ritual burial will be pretty useful there for the extra replenishment rate. So I take the extra replenishment rate and the extra movement. They sack Sorcerer's Island, but they don't take it, which is quite vital because I retain my province commandment, which is going to be pretty useful. However, Feek Skolson does move around. As we can see, his reinforcements are way too much, so I'm going to back off just as my first set of siege towers actually completes. As we can see, I've taken the 3rd dynasty, but what I really want up there is Thutep, as each dynasty comes with a lord that is awesome. However, I don't have the jars to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform a Wright, and I'm going to summon in the Casket of Souls, so when I can get Thutep, he's level 3. We're not messing around now, because look, I'm in the same situation I was in before. So I meet the Ardent Flame, head on again, and this time I do wipe them. So even though they have sacked me, they didn't get out of Sorcerer's Island, which was silly. They should have sailed out again. I get an extra rank on Arkhan, and I finally resolve what I was meant to do in the first place. This has been a long circle to nowhere. Now after taking 3 turns to actually boost my carrion, I finally get the jars from winning that battle to recruit Thutep in 1 turn. Awesome. And here we are, bam, we're going to take him on. Look at all those extra buffs, loving that. Extra armor, an extra trade income, that's going to be big when we barely make any money. So we're going to take him on, and that is going to be the commander of our 2nd stack, King Thutep. And straight away, bam, we've, because of the Casket Souls, extra recruitment rank. So we're going to take the extra charge bonus and physical resistance, a route marcher, and we're going to start bolstering up these jars, because obviously I'm already getting short of them for the amount of things I want. Now this is interesting. As I move my army in position to support Thutep, Feek Skolson actually moves out of Vulture Mountain, because obviously I declared war before the first time I committed to the attack. So I'm going to give chase to him, and as I give chase here, he actually moves to Sorcerer's Island again. I thought that he was going to team up with the Knights of the Flame to double team me on Sorcerer's Island with no way out. I'm still building up Thutep's army over there, and oh, Skolson all of a sudden finds himself stuck. So I've hit him with a 1,100 coin offer for peace. He rejects it, and bam, I catch them in the underway. This is massive. That's the only force they've got going for them. Now we're on equal terms. I'm still a little bit outplayed, and that's still favourable terrain for them, but they will be attacking me. And I do outpower them for characters. It's mainly all just standard Dwarven infantry. I think I've got this, so I'm going to play it out. If I pin them here, it's crucial to what we want to do to swoop and get the Book of Nagash. And as we see, oh, they came. They came in their droves. They were hammered in an uphill fight. The Scorpion does what the Scorpion does. Skellies hit. Ghouls and Direwolves also hit. And, blow me, did they hit hard? Wow, look at this. This is cracking. And oh yes, even bombs. Even bombs. The Flock of Jaff. Great stuff. Swooping in, and yes, we do take a close victory. And because it was in the underway, we actually wiped them all. So Thor Skolson takes takes a wound. All the units are wiped out, even if they got away from routing. And I'm able to take a mighty 1,000 coins from that battle. That's huge for post-battle loot. Also, what I get is the extra movement range. And I get a quick decision here. which I think I'm gonna, I'll rebuild armies, and that's gonna help us just replenish quicker. I'm gonna take the Ushabti Temple, which I should have been going for the whole time, and because of my extra movement, I can double bluff straight into the Knights of the Flame, and I can also ping them in the same turn. And as we go onto this beautiful shoreline map, as you can see, I just have the maneuverability around them. They had no range on me. The Scorpion is going to go in and absolutely tear them to shreds. It is just nasty watching that thing at work. Oh my. I love the Tomb Scorpion. Like, flock of Jaff doing their thing as they do. Ghouls doing way better against a unit with 30 armour than they are against 50 and 70 armour. And yeah, oh look at that, bit of vomit from Arkhan, a big sword through their guts. That was brutal. We absolutely creamed that army. Decisive victory, no problems whatsoever. Huge kills from the Scorpion, from the Wolves, from everybody. Great team effort. I'm going to switch back to taking jars so I can boost up to buying units. And look, okay, so things are back where I wanted them originally, like 8 turns ago. We've crushed the rest of the Knights of the Flame. The Dwarves taken a big hit. Now we're at Kofta. Last garrison of the Knights of the Flame. Now, I did fight this manually, but I can tell you that it was a decisive victory. They didn't have enough range to defend me. I have more than enough numbers. A few siege jars done the trick, and we're going to occupy up. That is going to be the Knights of the Flame dead. Oh, the Lord's running. Put him to the sword. Go, Arkhan. Do it. Do it. And we're going to put him to the sword. That's going to end their race, and we're going to put that mission to rest. I'm going to come out of the Entombed in the Sand stance to help with my replenishment, and I'm just going to clear them up. It's going to be nice and quick. I'm just going to auto-resolve this battle. Look, remnants, tattered forces, running. Yeah, no, done. The thing with those gimme armies, you've got to remember, that first enemy will just come for you constantly. They're never going to stop. They're never really going to go anywhere. They are just there to annoy you. So I put him down, and we're probably going to take the replenish just to help. Now this is interesting. We're still at war with Vulture Mountain. We're still at war with the Dwarves. They come out and meet us head on, seeing that we've taken Kofta. They move out and try and pin Thutep, who's stranded out in the desert. I retreat, and they do not follow as I move back in reinforcement range of Arkhan. So they move back. Fair enough. I see an opportunity here. They're away from their garrison, which was the main problem the whole time, and why we wanted to attack them so quickly so they don't get to their high-level units. I move Arkhan out 75% movement, and I actually give him a cheeky ambush. Then I move Thutep just on the outskirts of his ambush radius, just to see if it's a 40% chance, just see if they take the bait. And lo and behold, what is my luck? Oh, I thought they're not taking it. I thought they haven't seen it. And they haven't. Oh my god. We get off an ambush, and this is massive. We jump to this amazing cavern map and look at the devastation that is about to ensue. The Dwarves are a force as soon as they're in formation, but the moment I can put all these ghouls into all their ranges, it's nasty, it's done. And oh yes, the Ushabti have arrived, and Christ, look at the damage they're putting down. It is bedlam in the best possible way, and we absolutely put them to the sword. And then going to follow up with Thutep, who did reinforce that fight but wasn't needed whatsoever. And we're going to put them down again. Arkhan, oh yeah, I bought Arkhan his steed, which looks awesome too, but I'll be moving him to his chariot. We take a close victory and destroy both armies. Massive, massive difference. Skullson actually went down as a lord in the ambush fight. I made sure I surrounded him and ganked him. So we unlock the Regiment of Renown, the Scorpion Spearmen. Double hero death, amazing. And this is it. We move. We're finally where we wanted to be. Vulture Mountain, undefended, only the garrison, and this time I have 2 stacks. The 5th book at Nagash rests on this, and I have no hurry whatsoever to build up a load of siege towers. As you can see, I've got 3, so I'm going to fight this out manually, and we're going to see how it goes. This is going to be the taking of Vulture Mountain and the 5th book of Nagash. Arkhan and Thutep, dual team, fielding well over 3,000 units. They've just put another lord out in the field. We know it's not going to matter. Let's see how it pans out. And what an awesome looking map this is. Remember, they had the upgraded projectile towers, so they're firing bullets out at me. So, oh, but it doesn't seem to have mattered, as the casket of souls reigns death, and yep, many skellies pour out of the towers, the awesome looking towers. And yet we even had them on the flanks, and once we had them on the walls, I can tell you there wasn't much of a fight to be had. They held out well. The Scorpion was our battering ram that went through the door. However, you know how he does. There's only one way the Scorpion does things: he wins. He does nothing but win. And yeah, even they did spawn a Thane with that garrison, and you know, he definitely did help. That was our most difficult point of the wall by far, but you know, Shabti moved through the gate, and I just kept pouring reinforcements in. It was only going to be going one way. We was taking that book, or he was going home. Not at all. Look at that cool roll from the Scorpion. Oh yes, oh man, they got buried. And that's it. As you can tell from this awesome cutscene, we nail it, and that is how we got there. This was about an hour and 15 of gameplay in total. I only had to fight these 4 battles, really. Everything else was auto-resolvable. Really good utilization of the Vampire Council units that are available to Arkhan. They make a big difference, especially the extra flyers, the dire wolves, subbing in for cavalry early on, because you haven't had to build almost anything, which is good because you have almost no money. And as we come out of this, we've already got 2 armies. This gives us a 3rd now, and part of our objective. And as you can see there, I've got 4 turns until my next dynasty is researched. So then I'll be at 4 stacks easily before turn 40, which is great, because we've got Cetra to deal with next. So that's where we'll be heading. So that's a great way to look at how to wipe out your first province and take on an early extra stack with the Tomb Kings. I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. I most certainly did. Arkhan is awesome to play as. Definitely do that. And yeah, I hope you've been playing this DLC and having fun. It's been Jordan for Total War Warhammer 2, rinsing out some Skelly action. See you in a bit, guys. Bye.